back to my normal spot again. Welcome back to the channel, guys. The sun finally came out a little bit, so I was able to adjust the lighting on my camera, so we're back in my fave spot. I'm going to go ahead and film like my 2015 beauty discoveries, favorites, that kind of thing. 2015 for me was just a year where I really got back into makeup. I really found my passion again for it and really started to explore high-end brands and drugstore brands, which high-end brands were really something that I did not explore at all. When I worked at the salon, we basically carried, well, we pretty much only carried Aveda, and before that I had just experienced a little bit of like MAC makeup and Truco, because that was the brand that we had carried for a little bit. So I mainly used Aveda makeup until I stopped working there, and then I started to get a little bit more into drugstore. And then I really looked to YouTube to help me kind of sift through the stuff at the drugstore. It's just kind of overwhelming when you go in there. So then I decided to start doing this as well, because I always did have a passion for makeup ever since the day I was able to put it on. I've always loved it. I've just found it to be a really relaxing part of my day to put my makeup on. It's part of my outfit. I don't feel like ready if I don't at least get myself ready. It's just like doing your hair or picking out your outfit. You know, I really enjoy that part of the day. So I'm just going to share with you the items that I've discovered in 2015 that I've really enjoyed, that I feel that are worth the investment, and some of them I have already repurchased. Some of them I already have backups. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it, and thanks for joining. Okay, let's get my phone with my list out. Okay. So I guess we'll just start in the way that you kind of apply them to your face. I kind of went through like my daily stuff, and I'm like, yeah, what did I find that I really felt like was good and worth sharing with you guys? So one of the things that I discovered is the Smashbox Primer Water. Now I haven't used a lot of it because I had an e.l.f. like mineralizing mist that I had, and I used that up. But I really do feel like this does something for your skin after I spray it on. It feels a little bit more hydrated. It does leave like a little bit of like, I don't know, like a tack to the skin. So I feel like it's really going to help your makeup stay on. So this is something that I discovered, and I really enjoy using it. I would definitely recommend trying one, if not just this particular one. So the next item is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. This was the like first high-end makeup product that I had purchased myself, besides anything that was MAC. I had gotten a little sample, I think, in an Ipsy bag, and I'm really grateful for that because this product is amazing. Everyone, I think pretty much a lot of people would agree that this is just a great product. Now, in the winter, I haven't been using it as much because I just want a little bit more coverage, which, you know, it's not hot out, things like that. So I've been using a little bit more of my, you know, medium to full coverage foundation. But every day in the summer I applied this. As you can see, you know, it's pretty much almost gone. The color that I got mine in is light. I know they say that medium is like the most popular shade. That is what my sample was in. It does blend out very well, so even though medium was too dark for me, I was able to make it work, but light is definitely a better fit. I do have to set this, however. It is pretty dewy, even though I have a little bit on the normal to dry skin, if not dry sometimes. I do have to set this, so FYI, at least in like this area right here is where I have to set it, but I really enjoy this. It's definitely worth the investment, and I would absolutely repurchase again, but I think the next CC one I want to try is the Super Goop. I really liked that one. I had a sample as well. Next item that I want to talk about is the NARS Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Pressed Powder. This, when I first got it, I didn't really like it, but I do really like it now. I use it to set my under eye concealer, and it works really well. And for, you know, some of those really finely milled powders tend to feel a little bit drying because they really absorb all the moisture. This one doesn't do that. It also doesn't add any coverage, so it doesn't make anything look more cakey or powdery. Also, if I have like a little bit of too much shine, like right here, and I'm using my makeup sponge, I will just dab that in the makeup sponge and dab it right there, and it takes care of any shine. So I've been really loving that, and as you can see, well, I guess you can't really tell, but there is already like a little bit of a divot in it, so that's kind of sad that it's kind of starting to work its way down already, but you know, I just got it, so that means it's a good product for me if I'm really already using it that much. So I would definitely recommend picking this up if you're looking for something to really set your powder and mattify you without drying you out. And I love that it's pressed because I don't get that really fine powder just sort of going everywhere. Next item on the list is concealer. Now, the ones that I've been using the most in 2015 and that were a new discovery for me in 2015 is the Fit Me Concealer. I believe this is by Maybelline. So if you guys watched any of my other videos, you know that I use two colors. The 15, which is fair, has a little bit more pinky tone to it, I use under the eye. And then I have 10, which is, you know, more of like your sort of sand beige type color. It's called Light. I use that to conceal any spots. I really do enjoy these concealers. I feel like they've got a nice creamy consistency. They blend out well. They don't leave my skin looking crepey. They don't accentuate too much my fine lines and wrinkles because I am 32, so they're definitely there. But I really love these. They're from the drugstore too, so they're inexpensive, and usually you can get them on a buy one get one sale. So especially if you're using two colors, that is a great deal. Okay, so moving on to brow products. One of my coworkers gave me this IT Cosmetics brow power. She had gotten it in a kit and just wasn't using it, so she gave it to me, and I'm really thankful for that because I really do enjoy this product. It's a universal shade, and even though my eyebrows are black, it's a cool brown, and the harder you press, the more pigment you get in there, so I didn't feel like you could tell that it was a different color than my brows, and it just filled them in. Has the little spoolie on the one end, so that's really nice. And you get, you know, quite a bit of product on there. The tip on it is pretty thick, so I like that as well. You don't get any of those like scratchy lines in there, which I appreciate. So this is one that I've discovered in 2015, and I definitely love it. I would consider repurchasing it, but I do have other brow products to use up. The next one that I really enjoy, I already have a backup. I am currently working through a translucent one, is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper. Everyone's been talking about this for good reason. It is a really good eyebrow setting product. I've used the Maybelline Master Drama Brow something. I didn't care for it at all. The wand, it's really weird. It's like a little ball on the end. It doesn't have a lot of holding power. I do prefer the colored one over the clear. I feel like the colored one has a little bit of fibers in it, whereas the translucent one does not. So I'm just trying to work through that one. I did pick it up on a clearance, so I didn't spend a lot of money on it, but I don't want to be wasteful either. So currently I have a clear one open, and then this one is in medium to dark, and I have a backup of this. So if you haven't tried it, go ahead and try it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into like the rest of like your face products. So for contouring this year, my favorite that I have has been the Smashbox Contour Kit. The reason why I love this is the color in here for me is just perfect. It's not too dark, it's not too warm, it's not too cool. For contouring, this one is just a really great match for me. And for bronzing, this is a pretty good color too. Unfortunately, I haven't given this color too much love. By the time I get to go in and contour, I've already set my under eyes. So that's why it's been neglected, because I've already set it with the NARS powder, and this one's not NARS powder. So yeah, but I got mine at a CCO, so if you do have a CCO near you, I would kind of check out there, keep an eye out for it. You save about 30% getting it there. Otherwise, Smashbox, you can sign up for their pro discount if you hold like a makeup license or if you already have a lot of YouTube followers and things like that. But I definitely enjoyed this one. I would absolutely recommend that. So the next item kind of going along with bronzing, contouring, that kind of stuff. The best sort of summer sparkly glowy bronzer that I have used is the Milani Tantastic. This one is in Fantastic Gold. I've talked about this one before. It's, I think, made it into a few favorites videos, and I told you guys that it was also my favorite in my bronzer video. I was turned on to this by Nicole from Young, Wild, and Polished. She recommended this, that it's her all-time favorite summer bronzer, and I absolutely agree. This is one of my favorite discoveries in 2015. It just really does give a really nice glow to your skin. I know that it's hard to find because I'm always sort of looking for it to like maybe add into one of my giveaways when I'm out at the stores, and Milani's not carried in my town, so whenever I go shopping in other towns, I'm stopping at all the drugstores like, oh, do they have it? Do they have it? Do they have it? But they haven't yet, so sorry guys, it won't be included in a giveaway anytime soon, but I am looking out for it to include for you guys. But yeah, if you can find it, just pick it up, and you do get a lot of product, which is really great. Along with that, just a recent bronzer that I had got that I've really been enjoying is the NARS Laguna. And I actually just put this in a Z palette, so that'll kind of just bring me to my next thing, is I've really been enjoying the Z palette. So I've got the NARS Laguna in here, and I really love this bronzer. It does look a lot dark, you know, a lot dark. It looks darker in the pan than it is going onto your skin. It just blends out really nicely on your skin, and it's not too much color. Doesn't make you look too tan, doesn't make you look fake tan, doesn't make you look orange, so I've really been enjoying that. And then just in this, just to touch on the Z palette, I have some Tarte blushes and all of my stuff from the Benefit. They had like a holiday palette. I depotted the Hoola bronzer and then all the blushes that were in there and put them in the Z palette, and they fit really goodly. They fit really good in this large Z palette. So if you guys haven't tried out any Z palettes, I would definitely recommend it. It's just nice, especially if you have a lot of product, to keep it organized, keep it out, keep it visible for you to use. So Z palette is one. Next item that I'm going to go into probably is not a surprise. This is MAC Warm Soul Blush. I love this blush. I've heard that Milani's got sort of like a dupe for this. I forget the name of it now. But Kathleen Lights talk about the Milani blush that she really enjoys. That, she said, is pretty much a dupe for this. So if you can't afford this, can't find this, check out the Baked Blushes by Milani. They do have a color similar, but this blush is just an all-time favorite for me. I don't think that that's going to stop anytime soon. It's just great for every look. If I'm like looking at my makeup, I'm like, I don't know what kind of blush to wear with this today. I'll grab this because it goes with anything. It goes with anything. So I love this blush. I would buy it again, although I don't think I'm going to run out anytime soon. The next thing I'm going to talk about is a highlighter. Highlighters are something that I've discovered in 2015. I think it's something that a lot of people have discovered in 2015. But my all-time favorite, if that goes with anything, it's what I'm wearing today, is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. Everybody talks about this, and it's for good reason, because it's just a really great powder. It goes on very smoothly. It doesn't accentuate any of your texture if you have any of your pores, things like that. So it's just a really good highlighter. You can get it on a discount too, which I'm sure you guys have already heard me talk about, but you know, keep an eye out on Outlook. The Balm goes on Outlook not frequently, I would say, as like some makeup brands do, but pretty frequently, that you would be able to pick it up on there. So keep an eye out. I wouldn't mind trying some of the other ones, but honestly, right now I have enough highlighters that I'm kind of going to be not purchasing any for a while. Okay, so now that I've talked about like all my face stuff, I don't have a favorite foundation, just that CC cream. I'm just going to go into some like palette favorites and just sort of brand favorites of the year. So Lorac is something that I discovered in 2015, and I've accumulated quite a few of their palettes. I do have the Lorac Pro 1 and Pro 2. Sorry, they are dirty, but they do get love around here. These just, they make sense, Lorac. You make sense. You know, give me all the matte shadows, give me all the shimmer shadows. That makes sense. So for a makeup lover, this makes sense, you know? I want to travel with this. This is so easy. It makes it effortless, you know, to create a look. You've got everything you need. Same with the Pro 2. Now this one, I know some people don't love as much as the Pro 1 palette, but I do. So yeah, looking to invest, I would definitely pick these up. And then my mom, because she is so awesome, got me the Mega Pro 2 palette for Christmas. Yeah. This one I haven't gotten to play around with too much, but again, you get like all the matte shades, all shimmer shades, so you really shouldn't have to reach for another palette to complete a look with this, with any of the Lorac palettes, and I love that. So, Lorac, it's super awesome. Super awesome. I love it. These are things that I wouldn't ever try and pan that palette or anything like that unless for some reason I just have like crazy amounts of makeup, because I just love these so much. These are just really great palettes. So thank you, Lorac. The next two were kind of a surprise for me. They were in like a big set that I had picked up from Tarte. I don't even know what it's called, but they're these two little palette books. They're really thin and they're just great for travel. One of the books has more of sort of like your, as you can see here, browns, greens, burgundies, and some golds. And then the other one has a little bit more on the cool side. It's still got some browns and stuff in there, but they throw in some purples and some taupey shades. These I've really been enjoying a lot. I took them with me camping pretty much every time we went camping in the summer because they are so thin. The Lorac palettes, I love them, and they are good to travel with. But when I'm going a little farther from home, the Lorac palettes are what I take. But when I'm just kind of going everywhere, these ones aren't quite as soft, so I'm not worried about the shadows breaking. There's only a few looks that I can do with them, so I'm not going to spend so much time thinking about my makeup and things like that. But I do get a couple of good go-to looks out of these, and I really enjoy them. So I don't think you can pick them up, so I'm sorry for including them in like a favorites, but this is more of like a discovery video for me. So these I discovered and I really love them. They turned me on to Tarte Shadows, so I got a couple more palettes from them, but these ones really stood out to me for 2015. Okay, so just going into mascaras, I would say for the last year, one mascara just kind of stood out for me as far as what it did for my lashes, how it kind of surprised me and things like that. And I would say it's the L'Oreal Miss Manga, however you want to say it. When I first got this, I was like, no way. I didn't like the brush. I didn't care for the formula. But when I got it back out and gave it another chance, I really loved it. It gave me really thick, long lashes. The brush was good. It's like a nice tapered brush. It's got like the regular bristles on it. It's not like the rubbery bristle type thing, which I usually just like regular brushes for my mascara, not the rubbery ones. So I really enjoyed this. If you haven't gotten on the boat yet and tried it, I would definitely pick it up. As you can see, I've just got it back out because I did use up mine. I'm not going to open it yet, but it was on a sale, so I picked it up because I love it. For lip products, as far as lipsticks, I would say my two favorite discoveries for 2015. And it's really funny because I did get them on a clearance, and I'm sure you're sick of hearing me talk about them, but it's the Maybelline Color Sensational. Now that line in general, I love. I love their matte formula. I love their regular ones. But the two colors that I've been using like non-stop are 215 Totally Toffee and 235 Warm Me Up. Now these ones are still sold in stores, so if you love sort of everyday colors, I would definitely pick these two up. One's like a pink color, one's like a warm nude. They're just great. So I would highly recommend them. Pick them up if you haven't. I love these lipsticks. So, and I'm not like a lip product person, so I love these lipsticks. Love them. If I used them all up, I would buy them at full price. So as far as lip products, glosses go, my favorite formulas that I discovered in 2015, and I don't really have a particular favorite color in those lines yet, would be Lorac. I got it off of Outlook, so I think it's discontinued, but it was their Lips with Benefits. I picked up a bunch of their glosses when they were on there. I think it was only about $4, but it was like the first lip gloss that I had tried in a while that didn't give me like instant cotton mouth. And they smell like vanilla-y frosting, yummy goodness, and they're a nice thick gloss that moisturizes your lips at the same time, so I really enjoyed that. And then I recently had gotten, about 2 months in towards the end of the year, was a Buxom gloss. I was kind of concerned because I don't particularly care for that minty, tingly sensation with my lip products. But I really did enjoy their gloss. It's almost the same kind of formula as the Lorac. It's really pretty thick, it's creamy, it's moisturizing. I feel like it's doing something for my lips. And to be honest, for a gloss, I feel like even hours into the day, I still have a little bit of it on my lips. So it does have a little bit of a staying power. So if you haven't checked out either one of those, I would definitely recommend them. Going into like makeup tools, I would say, discoveries for 2015, I absolutely have to give a shout out to my Real Techniques makeup sponge. This is a lifesaver. I had gotten one of these at one point, not this particular brand, and I didn't realize that you were supposed to get them wet, and I'm like, well, what the F is this thing for? It is just not working. I don't understand. It just absorbs my makeup, makes it look like crap. But if used properly, they really help you apply your makeup. So if you haven't jumped on this bandwagon yet, please pick some up, try it out. It's gonna change your foundation game forever. If I really could choose a brush or a sponge, I'm gonna go for the sponge every time because it just makes my makeup look so good. Now there's certain foundations that I cannot use this with. CC Cream, It Cosmetics, not good with this because it shears it out too much. My best application for that is fingers #1 and brush #2. So those are the two options for that one. But majority of the time, this is what I'm going to pick. Brush shout outs that I'm going to have to give is e.l.f. powder brush. I love this brush. It's just a good dual purpose brush, and it's just a really great discovery of mine in 2015. So if you haven't tried this, please check it out. The e.l.f. brush is awesome. It's really good at just like, you can use that edge to just get in there and contour, and then the rest of it just sort of blurs everything out and blends it in. Eyeshadow brush shout out. It's probably not going to be a surprise, but I've got a few of these crown brush dual-ended brushes. It doesn't necessarily have to be the crown one, and I do prefer this one over this one. And they do have different numbers. Well, that number's already rubbed off of my newest one, but this one I had gotten, I think, in like an Ipsy bag. It's AC012 Shadow and Crease Duet, or Duet, however fancy you want to get with it. But it's just really nice and compact. I can use it, really pretty much this brush, to do a whole look. This one is similar. The top is not quite as compact, but it's got similar features to it. So just this type of brush I'm going to give a shout out to. If you can find them, I would definitely pick them up, give them a try. They're just a good working brush to get you a look without using too many brushes, so great travel partner. Alright, so one random non-beauty favorite that I'm going to throw out there is these boots that I had gotten. I picked up on a Black Friday, I think it was, when I went shopping. I got them at, it's not Herberger's, that's what it used to be called, Boston Store. Got them at Boston Store on a Deal Buster or Door Buster, whatever. The brand is Rough Hewn, and I've just been loving these boots. I've just been wearing them just about every day. They go with anything. It's a nice alternative to having, you know, the knee-high or mid-calf boots. They're sort of a take on, I would say, a combat boot, but also like a working boot. I find, though, I have to wear them with a little bit tighter skinny jeans. If they're slightly baggy at all, on me, they will bunch up at the bottom of the boot, and it's just uncomfortable and annoying. So these ones, I just really love them. I got them for like 40 bucks. I think they're originally like, I don't know, 70 or 80, 90, something like that. But I love them. I just wanted to give them a shout out because boots, I've been loving you. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks for sticking with me till the end. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch my 2015 favorites, discovery video, however you want to call it. These are the items that I've been loving in 2015. Some of them I'm sure will continue on into the next year. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on all my videos, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye!